What's your number one issue economically that you're worried about?
Well, I think what you're talking about, the fiscal unsustainability, which which even the chairman of the Federal Reserve regularly acknowledges, and he will say to Congress that we have to be concerned about this in the long run. It's just, I think we've passed day one of the long run. Now we have to take action. And this is, I started, I had a postdoctoral fellowship at Stanford at the Hoover Institution, and I was working on the internal monetary and financial condition of the Soviet Union. So that dates me. But we're talking about the mid 80s. And as a result of the project I was doing there, I examined how the Soviet government was financing its deficit spending. And I saw that it was basically just channeling the wages of workers back up to government to cover the deficit financing. So while I'm sometimes criticized for invoking that comparison, I've seen how our own banking system in a free market economy is becoming captive to the Fed and is doing something similar, financing the government deficit by purchasing Treasury securities and keeping high reserve balances in cash at the Federal Reserve. And so I would say lesson one is superpower nations can go bankrupt. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to us. Having a free market economy and having that ethos and having a real private sector is a substantial and critical difference between the culture and the practices of the old Soviet economy. But I am saying that we need to make sure that what our central bank does isn't pushing us toward empowering the government at the expense of the real economy. So that is the threat that I see.
Well, you have a very strong point, and you look at the history of the United States, and we've done some really, unpleasant things in the economy.